Hello, 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 hello. Nicola, hello. First, hi, Julie and Carol. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? It's Sunday night. I have Lynette, I hope you have as well. Hi Rachel, hi Kymel, hi another Rachel, I'm fine, thank you, how are you? Good evening Jitta, hi Leah, hi Dana and Jade. Hello Laverne. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? I'm not too bad. I have a little bit of a headache that I've had since yesterday, and it's not shifting. I think I haven't drank enough. So, yeah, I'm fine, but it's one of those. Why? Why do I log on and yawn? Oh, looking forward to the half-term holiday. Oh, are you on half-term already, Suzanne? Mine too have got another week left at school, and then half-term for us. So one more week. Bless them. So today, I did just put the order list on the page. I do apologise. I was slightly late actually popping the order list on the bottom of the post how I normally do. I thought I had already done it earlier, and then I've just updated it as well. So I do apologise that that was slightly delayed. Oh my gosh. And I'm slightly late on tonight as well. My dinner ran slightly later. So I do apologise, but we are here now. Carol, all invoices should have been sent, my lovely. If you haven't got one, please email me across with the order number and then of course what you're missing, and then I can hunt through and have a look to see if it's been sent my end or not, and then I can sort of resend it if it has. And if not, I can obviously create it. But if you pop me an email over, I can do that for you. Hi Leah, hi Angela, hi Sophie, Emma, Lillian. I'm just gonna change it to yawns with Brecken because I can't seem to shift it. Oh, right. Mystery bag today. Trust it to literally just stop raining, but it's been raining for like the last hour, so I didn't get to do the oysters yet again. But the you may then hear the rain because it was quite loud, so if it does pick up again, we might get that nice background noise, which is always lovely. Oh, happy birthday, Blossom. I hope you've had a brilliant day. Hello. 2 weeks, Sophie. Whoop whoop. 2 weeks. 2 weeks? Do I only have 1 week? Oh, I wish I had a calendar on here. I don't have my personal calendar on here. Do I? I have a feeling we've only got 1 week. That's crazy. Right, shall we get started for today? So, nothing else is new on the website just yet. So we've still got the new in stock on the website. That got moved in on Friday. So all the crystal pendants are now available to purchase. Mim and Mindy are still here. I did turn Mim on earlier, and then she was fine, and then she wasn't fine. So I haven't turned her on yet. Let's go across and see if she wants to play ball or not. Let me see if I can turn her on. Mindy's happy, but Mim might just want to stay asleep for today. Okay, so she's okay for now. Those of you who watched until the end of the last live, Mim had a little blip where she just wanted to be very vocal, so we had to turn her off, bless her. So yeah, today we'll see how she goes. Oh, perfect, Emma. Perfect, thank you. I'll get that added into the group. Courtney, obviously if you don't know these people, I don't always say to reply privately. It's just obviously be careful. But if you did want to pass on a message, or if anyone's commenting in a group or anything, always say pop me an email. Obviously I can't do anything whilst we're on the live, but if they pop me an email over with their Facebook name, then I can always look into it to see if it's anything my side or not. Oh, sorry. It was crazy, wasn't it? Oh, bless you, Courtney. That's very kind of you. But yeah, if she just sends an email over with her Facebook name, and that's the best way I can try to help as well. Okay, so should we get started for today, and then we'll go from there. I'm just trying to think. I feel like I'm missing something massive to say. It's completely gone. Completely gone. Right, so if it comes to me, as always, I'll let you all know. Up first is Donna Marie Bradshaw. Donna Marie, are you here? Hello. Hi, Jasmine. Hi, Christine. Hello. Anything to do with Christmas games? It wasn't actually, Emma, no. That's still in. Oh, I need to do the post with the elves, don't I? So those of you who weren't here, we do have 2 elves, which I was shown on Friday, and they need naming. So I will definitely, let me write it on my to-do list actually. I'll take a picture of them both so you guys can suggest the names. I'm just going to put name an elf. I'll know what I mean. Oh, Courtney, I'm glad you're happy. Yep, the order list has been posted on the page. Oh, bless you, Karen. Luckily, she stays in the office. So yeah, she's nowhere near me when I want to go to sleep. Currently looking for Donna Marie Bradshaw. Donna Marie, if you are here, please type I'm invisible. It will bring your comment forward so I can see you. And if anybody can see Donna, please comment on that comment, because again it will bring it forward so I can see. Oh, I'm glad you're happy, my lovely. Feels really quiet in here today. Oh, I love finding little finds like that. Good evening, Kelly. We haven't actually opened, I've called the first person, but we haven't opened any oysters yet. Right, last call for Donna Marie. If not, we will move on. And then, of course, if she comes on, we will add her again, but it will be to the end of the order list. So last call for Donna Marie Bradshaw. Right, I haven't seen Donna, so if we move on, and like I say, if she comes on, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list. Up next is Carol Gale. Carol, are you here? Let me mark that Donna's not here yet. Perfect. Oh no, Linda. Carol, hello, hello, hello. Okay, so Carol, you have got a Mims spin, so let's go back across to Mim here. So I'll need to know which character you would like. You can see them at the top there, but it also is going through in a little slideshow, so you can pick which character you would like to have a look at from Mim. Do apologise. I actually have an excuse, kind of an excuse for yawning today as well. I've been up since like 5 because we had to leave the house at 6 this morning to go to Aaron and the kids were doing something. So yeah, we had to leave the house really early. So that's why. Which character would you like, Carol? The Hungry Ghost. Okay. Oh, cat looks like he's falling down a little bit. Okay, so the Hungry Ghost is this one here. So if I bring you straight back across. Okay, so in here, my lovely, you have got a pendant. Now this pendant is a very popular pendant on the website. And it's the Always in My Heart pendant. So it has, let me just pop it on here. It is a circle overall, and then around the outside it is encrusted with crystals. You've got 2 feet which are cut out in the centre. So if I just put my glove behind, you can see the cut out feet there. And then inscripted along the bottom it says Always in My Heart. It is extremely reflective as well, which is why, let me just get it refocused for you. There we go. Which is why it looks darker, but that's just because it's reflecting the camera there. So I hope you're happy with that one. However, of course, let's go across for the first Mims Pot of Mischief for the evening. And in here, put that back and keep picking a new character until you get a pendant. So even though that is a pendant, we have to put it back, and then you have to pick another character, and then again and again until you get a pendant. So you're definitely going to be having a pendant. It just depends on which pendant that's going to be. So if earrings or a bracelet or anything come out, then we'd have to pop it back again. So which character would you like up next, my lovely, to try and grab and find that pendant? Thank you, Aaron. Can you grab me some kitchen towel, please? Thank you, Bab. The witch looks like Little Miss Piggy. I don't see it. So obviously we're not going to be topping up the ones which you're going to be taking away just until we find that pendant. And then once we've found that pendant, I will top them all back up again. So the hungry ghost is gone. Which other character would you like, Carol? Can you have the witch? Of course you can. Thank you for commenting on that comment there, because it didn't come through to me before that. So let's go across. Now if there is a pendant in here, a cage pendant does count because it does go on the chain. So if there's a pendant here, it is going to be your one. If it is not, we need to pick again. So in here, and oh, actually you have a cage pendant. I did not know that was in there. So you get to keep this pendant here, so we don't need to pick again. You have got the owl cage pendant. Now this one comes with one oyster opening, and the pearl sits in the belly of the owl here. Okay. Now it means that you can change and swap your pearls around at home into the cage pendant. So I'm just getting it focused. There we go. So you can see the owl at the top there, and then his wings and feathers come down across the body, and then quite a nice gap at the bottom to see the pearl, and you can see the pearl through the wings as well. So I hope you're happy with that one, Carol. So that one comes with one oyster opening. Oh, okay, we'll have that one. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? So before I open this, I'm just going to wait to see if you'd like to keep or if you'd like to donate the shells, just because my comments aren't fully coming through. So again, if anybody does see anybody I'm sort of calling, please comment on it, because it just brings it forward so I can see. Oh wow, Sue, that's amazing. Mims' hand needs to be moved. Oh no. I can move her, that's not a problem. I can keep the shell, and you're hoping for possibly a sea green, Carol. Okay, so your mystery oyster, and I'll move Mim in a moment, that's not a problem. So you've got a softer pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. You are twinning. 1 and 2. Twinning with Candy Floss Pinks, Carol. Okay, so there's no more in that one. Now, you did say you was hoping for possibly a sea green. Now, you do have 2 Candy Floss Pinks. If you're not happy with these pinks, we can, of course, swap them for you. Or if you are happy with them, that's perfect as well. So it's completely up to you. They do look like they are the same shade. Possibly the one on this side is slightly visually larger, but we will measure them at the end for you. What do you think to the pink? If I run them through the board, pink number 1, which is visually slightly smaller, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And pink number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. So they are matching the same size there. Oh gosh, Charlotte. I think I can see, I think I know what you're on about. I will see if I can move her, although she's quite stubborn. She's quite creepy, so I'll see if I can. Can you swap the smaller for a sea green? Of course you can. So they are measuring the same size, but the visually smaller is this one, so I'll take that one away. And then let me just have a look for a sea green. I'm looking in my swaps pot. I'm going to have to sort this swaps pot out tomorrow, I think, because the sea green, I've got this one here. It's almost like a silvery sea green. Would that one there be okay for you? Just going to bring you back up. However, if it's not the correct shade, do let me know and I'll see if I can change it again. That's fine. Okay, perfect. So if we do your trick or treat as well, and in here, your trick or treat, and you have got a trick. So that does mean that there's nothing on the back of that card there. But Carol, I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. And thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells as well. And I've popped that safely up there for you. So I'm just topping these up, and then we're going to just move Mim. Because we need to move Mim. So I'm going to actually move the camera because I think I'm going to have to... I think, where's the bag then? Mr. Confused Skeleton fell off. Right, let's go across to Mim so I can just stand up and see where we can move her to. Carol, you're very, very welcome. It might be, hello Mim, that we just have to, oh gosh. There we go, she's sort of crossing her arms now. Is that better? I've sort of had to stuff her arms in her clothing. We'll see. Although that's not very good. And if her arms suddenly just drop down, I'm freaked out. I'm going to be out of here. So, we'll see if that works. Right. Up next today is Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? I agree. That is better. But like I said, because it was done quickly, we'll see if it holds. Cindy Brown, are you here? But I'm glad you've changed her. Not a problem, Lorna. I'm currently looking for Cindy Brown. Again, if anybody can see Cindy, please comment on that comment because it will bring it forward so I can see. And bless you, Cindy, if you're here typing away and no one's sort of seeing you, please type I'm invisible because again, that will bring it forward so I can see, my lovely. Hello, good evening. Welcome to everybody joining. Currently looking for Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? Okay, so I haven't seen Cindy, so we're going to move on. If she does, of course, come on, we can add her in again, but it will be to the end of the order list. Which means up next today is Pat Fraser. Pat, are you here? Yeah, her hand wasn't placed. I mean, to be honest, I didn't notice. I'm not going to lie, I didn't realise. But as soon as something's pointed out, obviously, I can't then just leave it. So it does have to be addressed. And Mim's very happy to have folded arms. She had cold hands because it's a little bit chilly. I don't know what I'm... Oh, I'm in a weird mood today. Can you tell? I'm looking for Pat Fraser. Pat, are you here? Okay, last call for Pat Fraser. If not, we'll move on. Again, anybody sees Pat, please comment on the comment. And Pat, if you're here, please type I'm invisible. I have to say it every time, even though I know you guys know it by now. And I know that you will comment on it if you see it. But just have to say it just in case. So last call for Pat. If not, we'll move on. I know, Lorna. Oh, is it a big night on there tonight, Linda? I used to watch it years ago, but I haven't seen, probably since I had kids. So that's very many years ago. I haven't watched the soaps. Right, we're going to move on from Pat. So again, if she comes on, we can add her in, but it will be to the end of the order list. Let me just mark that everyone is so far missing that opening. Up next then is Tamsin Hines. Tamsin, are you here? Oh, is it? Oh gosh. Definitely a big night tonight then. Oh, has it finished now, Helen? Well, I hope it was a good episode. But I'm currently looking for Tamsin Hines. Good evening, welcome to everybody joining. Hello, hello Jess. Oh, Tamsin, hello. And Lindsay, thank you for commenting on the comment, and it did bring it forward. Deary me, Facebook. Right, so Tamsin, you've got 2 Mims spins, so let's go across to Mim. Which 2 characters would you like, my lovely? So all the characters are going around here, and then you can see them, well, a bit fast, you can see them just at the top there as well. Oh, Katrina, I hope you have a brilliant birthday. Cindy, do not be sorry, my lovely. That's not a problem at all. I will, of course, add you back in again. Absolutely fine, my lovely. I've added you back in. And Tamsin, can you have the ghost and the cat? So the hungry ghost is right at the front here, and the grumpy cat is here. He is. Okay, so if we bring you back across, if anybody can hear the rain, it's starting to pick up now. I'll just be quiet for a second. Oh, it's beautiful. So, hungry ghost, grumpy cat. We'll open up the ghost first, as that's the first one you've said. So in here, you have got a crystal pendant with this one, Tamsin. Oh, I've got both cards there. So this crystal pendant comes with 1 oyster opening, and you can choose whether to have the pearl on or off the jewellery with this one. So this is the off-center crystal heart pendant. It is on the website. The name of it is just eluding me. I want to say it possibly is the Sparkle Love or Sparkle Heart crystal pendant, but that also doesn't sound correct. But it is on the website in the crystal pendant section. The colour here is golden shadow, so depending on where the light hits it, you get lighter and darker golden tones coming through, and your pearl sits at the top here and moves around, or of course you don't have to have the pearl on there if you don't want to. Now, before we get happy with that one, let me dive into Mim's Pot of Mischief, and in here have a bonus white pearl. Okay, so that means you get to keep the crystal pendant, so I do hope you're happy with that one, and you get a bonus white pearl as well. This pearl here, you can choose to have it on the jewellery if you want to, or you can choose to keep it as a loose pearl. You just cannot swap this pearl here. Even if you choose to swap pearls that come out the oysters, this white pearl we cannot swap. So I hope you're happy with the pearl, and I hope you're happy with the crystal pendant there. Moving on to your grumpy cat. And you have a second crystal pendant. What are the odds there? Okay, so your second crystal pendant is the crystal spike pendant. This is the smaller of the 2 crystal spikes which we have available, and it is a black crackle crystal spike, which means it is a clear crystal itself. So let me just shorten it slightly. The crystal spike itself is clear crystal, and then you've got that black crackle effect behind. So on the reverse side you can see it there, and then that comes through the crystal. Again, this one comes with 1 oyster opening, and you have the pearl at the top of the crystal, or you can have the pearl off the pendant. It's completely up to you. But again, if we go across to Mim's Pot of Mischief, there we go. So in here, receive a pair of crystal stud earrings. Okay, so that means you get to keep that crystal pendant as well. And I'm just diving in down there. As you can see, I couldn't see anything because it's in a drawer sort of under the desk. And you have got a pair of iridescent purple. Now, these are called iridescent purple crystal, but they have got this... Oh, no, these aren't the iridescent purple. I do apologise. These are the green with the purple hint. It's because the iridescent purple are more purple with a green hint. These ones are more green with a slight purple hint to them. Very, very in tone for Halloween coming up actually, which is perfect. So these are 95 silver studs, and they've got an 8mm crystal pearl on them, of course in that gorgeous green with a slight purple hint. So you have those as a bonus, my lovely. Those are yours. And then you've got these 2 crystal pendants. So again, they each come with an oyster opening, and with each of them you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery. It's going to be up to you. So that comes with 2 oyster openings. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And is there certain colours that you're hoping for? There's 1. And 2. So your oyster number 1, you've got a softer pop there. And there's a little bit of flesh on that side, but we can see that there's no pearls there. You'd like to keep the shells, so I'll just pop them to the side for a moment. Unsure on the colours. Okay, so if we have a squidge in here. Oh, and then you've got a double rollout there. You are twinning with darker, what looks to be chocolate twins from your first oyster. Now, as you'd like to keep the shells, please bear with me just a moment while I clean them up as we go, and then I'll show off the pearls once they're cleaned up. Okay, so chocolate twins to start with here. Now, these are definitely different sized chocolate twins. The one on this side is definitely larger than his twin and looks slightly brighter in colour as well. They're gorgeous deep chocolate twins there. They do look like larger oysters. So actually this is the new delivery of oysters with the mystery oysters here, and they do so far look like they are larger than the other ones. I wish I had some of the other ones. Actually, I've still got, nope, they're gone. I wish I'd had some of the other ones to show you, but they have gone. But yeah, so far they do look a bit larger. So moving on to your next oyster, lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can actually see in there, there's 1 and 2, you are twinning. And you're twinning for a second time. Twinning with watermelon pearls here. And again, visually, we do have 1 pearl which is larger than his twin. Okay, what do you think to these, my lovely? If you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. I'll need to know if you'd like pearls on or off the jewellery. If on, which colours you'd like where. And then if you're not happy, we can of course swap them. Apart from the white, we do have to stay with the white. If I run them all through the board, your white is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. Not a 6.5, he's a 7. Visually smaller chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Visually larger chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. So they are measuring different sizes there. Small, visually smaller watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And visually larger watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not 7.5, he's an 8. So again, they are measuring different sizes. So if I hold up the Crackle Spike Crystal first, this is the white, the smaller chocolate, the larger chocolate, the smaller watermelon, and the larger watermelon. And then moving across to the crystal heart pendant. The white, the smaller chocolate, the larger chocolate, the smaller watermelon, that dark bit is just a bit of sand I've picked up there, and the larger watermelon. Okay, did that help at all? If so, which ones would you like where? Of course you can. Perfect. Let me just bring this back up for you and then I can write this down as well. Oh, my voice today. Hello. Dearie me. Oh no, it's gone. Okay, so white on the Crackle and large chocolate on the heart. The rain, oh, it's so nice in here. The sound of it is beautiful. Okay, so you've got those there, and then you've got your crystal earrings as well. Let me just write this down though, and of course wrap those shells up. So just bear with me a moment, my lovely. I have got a tea here. I just need to take a sip, I think. Okay, so to confirm, we're going to have on the heart, we've got the chocolate. On the spike, we have the white. Okie dokie. If we do your trick or treat as well, my lovely. So in here, your trick or treat, you have got a treat. So if you would like to order again in the future, you'll have a 10% off code that you can use. That will get emailed across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. I hope you're happy with that, and of course with everything once it arrives, and that's safe up there with your shells as well. Oh well, Sarah, you're very, very welcome. I like to be a weather weather announcer. I can't think of the word. Like to pre-warn you of the weather. I don't know. I'm in such a strange mood today. Tamsin, you're very welcome. Weather lady. So I was going to say weather lady, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm not going through the weather. Oh, I'm in such a weird mood. Up next today is Michelle Mould. Michelle, are you here? Sarah, you're very welcome. Very, very, very welcome. And you still got you're washing out at this time of night. I find in my garden, if I leave the washing out past and it starts getting dark, the spiders make themselves at home and then I can't touch the washing. And then if Aaron's not around, it then has to stay out all night. And then of course it has to be washed again because it will get rained on or birded, like droppings on or something. So yeah, spiders galore in my garden. It's quite a lot. Right, let me just top these back up again. Hello. Oh, Michelle. Hello, hello, hello. Materialistic? What is, my lovely? Not wanting to... I'm confused. So can you have the angry pumpkin and keep your shells as well, Michelle? Of course you can. So your angry pumpkin, I'm going to go back across to Mims. Sorry, I was just topping up the last two. Slightly late. I called your name before I'd topped them up. So angry pumpkin is now at the front, as you can see here. So if I bring you back across... And in here... And you have got a crystal pendant. All the crystal pendants are coming out today. Now this one is the dragon egg crystal pendant. Okay, so let me pop this on here for you. And this is the silver shades pendant. Now, as you can see, it's got a different shades of silver. Then on the reverse side, again, you've got the different shades of silver, so it can be worn on either side. This one comes with one oyster opening, and you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery. That's going to be completely up to you, my lovely. Now, let's go back across to Mim and see what her pot of mischief has to say. And in here, put that jewellery back and try again. Okay, so that means you don't get to keep that crystal pendant, I'm afraid. We have to put that back and then try again. So please pick out another character of which one you would like, my lovely. Yes, it is raining here. Are the window bits see-through? What window bits, my lovely? Can you have the bat? Of course you can. So, oh, the bat is this one here. And let's bring you back again. So in here, in the pendant. Oh no, they're not, Linda. It is solid. Okay, so you've got a pair of earrings with the bat here, Michelle. So that means you get to keep these pair of earrings. They are, of course, 925 silver. They're stud back earrings, these ones. And let me see if I can hold them in such a way that you're going to be able to see. Okay, so they are stud back earrings. Let me see if I can. I'm just going to show one at a time, I think, just because then it's easier. So as it stands, this would sit and hang like this in the ear. I do apologise, let me just see if I can get this focused. There we go. So you've got 4 zircon crystals dropping down from the top, and then at the bottom here you've got this flower bale, if you like. Now underneath your pearl will be set, so it's like this sits on top of the pearl, almost like a hat if you imagine it. So it will be sitting flush against the pearl, so the pearl will be dangling underneath. Now I'm just going to see if we can get this focused again, because on each point of this flower is a zircon crystal. I'm so sorry with this camera today. There we go. So you can see there, you'll be able to see the pearl through the top with you've got the crystals, and then your pearl will be hanging at the bottom there as well. I hope you're happy with those, Michelle, my lovely. Excuse me. Sorry, it's harder to show earrings sometimes, but I hope you got to see them. Now they actually come with 2 oyster openings, and you've said that you'd like to keep your shells. So would there be certain colours that you're hoping for at all? Let me get these open for you. There's number 1 and number 2. That was the chair. So oyster number 1, you've got a lighter pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. I'll just clean this up for you in just a moment. Now straight away I can see this darker pearl right at the front here, and then if I have a look and squidge in here, there's no more in that one. So your first pearl has given us a darker, deep coloured pearl. Your first oyster, sorry, I should say. And I'll have a closer look at the pearl in just a moment. It was the chair, honestly. The chair, I don't know, it started groaning. See, each time I turn around it groans now. It's like it's getting old, bless it. Right, your pearl here is a darker gunmetal grey, almost black, but I would say he's got that slight grey tone to him. So darker gunmetal grey pearl from your first oyster. And then moving on to oyster number 2, you've got a softer pop there. There's your mother of pearl. Ooh, in here you have got 1 and 2. You are twinning. Twinning with lilac purple twins. Okay, and there's no more in that one. Again, I'm just cleaning up the shells for you. What do you think to these, my lovely? You've got that darker gunmetal grey and then twinning lilac purples. Of course, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can swap the colours for you, but I will need to know which 2 pearls you'd like to have on your earrings. The gunmetal grey is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Purple number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And purple number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. So they are measuring the same size there. What do you think? What would you like to do? I'm just going to pop it down there so I can wrap these shells up. Lilac on the earrings and swap the other for a brighter red. Of course you can. Now I'll grab one of the brightest reds I've got at the moment, and then you can let me know if that red's okay. So this one here. What do you think to that red, my lovely? I'm just going to bring you back up again. However, if it's not the correct shade, do let me know and I can change him. That's perfect. Perfect. Okay. Just popping this on here. And then let's do your trick or treat as well, Michelle. So your trick or treat, in here you have got a treat. So you've got a 15% off code for the website. So if you would like to order in the future, you will have a 15% off code that you can use, and that will get sent across for you to the email address that's on the order form tomorrow. I hope you're happy with everything, my lovely, and of course with everything once it arrives as well. Okay. Where's this one go? He goes there. Perfect. Which means Michelle, you're very, very welcome. Up next today is Cindy Brown. Cindy, are you here? Oh, bless you, Michelle. Finally, nice. Oh. I did. I have added her back in again. Thank you, Sue. Cindy, hello, my lovely. You have got a Mims spins, so let's go back across to Mim. Which character would you like today, Cindy? Okay. I'm just going to be updating the order list as we go, because we actually come to the end of the order list that was on the page already, because obviously we had a couple of people who wasn't here, and then they've now come back in again, and we've had a couple of orders come through. So I am just going to post a new order list on the page from Cindy now. So there'll be 2 Cindy B's on the order list. So from the second Cindy is where we are, if that makes sense. Cindy, can you have the witch and donate the shells? Of course you can. So this is the witch here. Let's bring you back again. So in here, my lovely, you have got a pendant. Now this one is a love you to the moon and back pendant. So it's actually got 2 moving parts. So I'm just popping them both on the chain for you here. Okay, so this one, as it sits, the circle sits, as you can see, nicely in the moon. Now it is backwards just because you're seeing a mirror image. So in the circle, which obviously does move apart, it says I love you, and then on the moon it says to the moon and back. Now you can see a little pin up here, so your pearl does get set onto there. However, I can take that pin off, so you don't have to have the pearl on here if you don't want to. So like I say, the pin is there, but you can have the pearl on or off the jewellery, and it comes with 1 oyster opening. So the I love you to the moon and back pendant. However, let's go across to Mims' Pot of Mischief. And in here, have a bonus watermelon pearl. Okay, so that means you get to keep that pendant, Cindy. I hope you're happy with that. And then I'm going to give you a bonus watermelon. Now this watermelon, you can choose to have on the jewellery if you want to. You still get the oyster opening, but you cannot swap this one out. So you can choose to keep it as a loose pearl as well, but you cannot swap that colour. So I've given you a gorgeous, brighter, bold watermelon there. I hope you're happy with that. And I hope you're happy with the pendant itself as well. Now that one, as I said before, comes with 1 oyster opening. And you've said you'd like to donate your shells, so thank you very much there. Would there be a certain colour that you're hoping for at all, Cindy? That's the chair. Well, right, when I turn that way, the chair's making a noise now. I promise it's the chair. Right, in here, you've got a lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And straight in the centre there, I can see a darker pearl. Let me just have a squidge. Okay, and there's no more in that one. Now this one looks like a midnight blue. Oh, that was my thumb. Lots of strange noises today. So there is the midnight blue and a watermelon. Now, if you're happy with these, Cindy, that's perfect. I'll need to know if you'd like to have a pearl on or off the jewellery, and if on, which colour you would like. If you're not happy, we can swap the pearls for you, and then again I still need to know if you'd like to have a pearl on or off the jewellery. The midnight blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7, and the watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. We cannot swap the watermelon pearl, but we can swap the blue if you're not happy with him. What do you think, Cindy? Can you have the watermelon on the jewellery and a midnight blue on the jump ring? Of course you can, my lovely. So let me just write that down for you, okay? So let me read that again. We're going to have watermelon on the jewellery and then midnight blue on a jump ring. Oh, my shadow made me jump then. On jump ring. Okay, so the invoice for that jump ring, that will get sent across for you tomorrow, and that will go to the email address that's on the order form. If we do your trick or treat card, and you have a trick there, so that does mean that there's nothing on the back of that one, Cindy. But I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. I've popped that safe up there for you. And thank you for the donations with your shells. Oh wow, Bronnie, I wish you the very, very best of luck and healing wishes, my lovely. Okay, that means up next then today is Pat Fraser. Pat, are you here? I do, Cindy. I think I definitely do. And I also need it not to be raining because I am not spraying that stuff in this office. I think I've just got a sensitive nose, but yeah, it needs to be sprayed. I'll take the chair outside to spray it. Currently looking for Pat Fraser. Pat, are you here? Yep, Yvette, you are on the order list, my lovely. So I am keeping update on the order list that's on the page. So currently with Pat Fraser. Now, Pat, if you are here, please type I'm invisible. It'll bring your comment forward so I can see you. And again, if anyone else can see Pat, please comment on her comment because that will bring it forward so I can see. Oh, Joanne, bless you. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. It's very, very kind of you. Okay, so last call for Pat Fraser. If not, we'll move on. Yvette, you're very welcome. Thank you, Joanne. Okay, so she has been tagged twice there, so we'll just give her another 20 seconds to see if she's here. If not, like I say, we'll move on. And then, of course, if she comes on again... Oh, Patsy, you are there. Facebook, honestly, whenever I call for somebody, it's like it then mutes your comment and then I can see you every other time. It's so annoying. Pat, hello, my lovely. I'm so sorry I couldn't see you, but it's fine. Everybody's commenting, so you are here. You have got 2 Mims spins, so let's go across to Mim. No, that's not Mim. That's me. Here is Mim. Which 2 characters would you like? Ghost and Bat. Oh, Mr. Cat just keeps looking down. There we go. So here's, oh, they're next to each other. Here's the bat and here's the ghost. So if I bring you straight back across. So which one did you say first? You said ghost first. So we'll open up the ghost first, my lovely. So in here, you have got a pair of earrings. Now these are the interchangeable earrings. So again, these ones you can wear just as simple stud earrings. So they come with 2 oyster openings and the pearls do need to go onto the jewellery. And like I said, you can wear them as just the plain studs, or you can add this fitting on the back, which is the interchangeable swing circle earrings. These ones are. Just seeing if I can hold them both up. Actually, it might just be easier to hold them one up. So these swing circle earrings, it means that from the front of the earring, you'd have your pearl up here and then the circle down there. Now the earring itself swings round from the back of the ear, so you can see your stud would still go through the ear, and this swing part is connected to the butterfly, which would go on the back. If of course you chose to wear it with just studs on their own, they are also sent with a silicone back, so you can just wear them on their own as well. And then of course, if you have any other stud pearls in the future or have any at home, you can then swap and change the pearls around, well, the earrings around as well. So not only can you wear them with or without the swing part, you can then change the pearl colours with them as well. So I hope you're happy with those. However, let's go across to Mim's Pot of Mischief and dive in here, Pat, for your first card. So in here, put that back. So we cannot keep those earrings, I'm afraid. We're going to have to pop those back. So put that back and keep picking a new character until you get a pendant. So we're definitely going to be having a pendant. You just need to pick a new character until we get that pendant. Now, I'm not going to top up the characters until we've found your pendant there. So, which character would you like next? Which character would you like next? So we just can't pick the ghost or the bat, but you can choose the other ones. Toothy Pumpkin. Okay, so Toothy Pumpkin is, here we go, it is this one here. So let's bring you straight back across again. And inside your Toothy Pumpkin, if this is a pendant or cage pendant, it is yours. If not, we have to try again. And it is a pendant, so this item is yours. Now this one comes with one oyster opening, and the pearl does need to go onto the jewellery. Okay, so it definitely gets set onto the jewellery here. Let's make it so this bail is the correct way around. The bail can move, but it's like a 2 leaves on the bail, so you'll be able to tell which way round it falls. So this is on the website, I believe, the pearl hat. Now if I just hold it so first of all you can see. Now like I said, you've got almost the leaves which are encrusted with zircon crystals at the top there, and then it's like this pearl hat all at the top of a bell. Now all the way around the bottom it has got this border of crystals embedded in the pendant there. You've got this filigree design from the top, as you can see my gloves through the bottom there. And your pearl, as if you can see in here, has got a pin in here. So your pearl will actually be placed in, and this will sit nicely on top of the pearl. So you'll have half of the pearl in the hat, if you like, and half of the pearl coming out. So you'll see the pearl from the top through the filigree, and at the bottom coming half out there. So I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. And that comes with one oyster opening, so we'll do that for you in just a moment. Moving on to your bat. Now your bat is a second pendant. Again, this one comes with one oyster opening, and this one would need to have your pearl on here. Now this is the woodland pendant, so it's just a simple bail, but it's one of my favourite pieces along with the matching bracelet. It's got these little leaves which are, let me see, there's got a lot of detail on the leaves if we can get it focused. Little leaves which are sort of overlapping each other, coming down, making a point with your pendant, and your pearl will be hanging from the bottom here. Let me just see if I can get this focused. It is beautiful. So the woodland pendant there. But again, with this one, we do need to go across to Mims' Pot of Mischief and see what she says. So I've just mixed them slightly. And in here you have a bonus red pearl, so you get to keep that pendant as well, and you get a bonus red pearl. So this red pearl you can choose to have on or off the jewellery, so that's going to be up to you. You still get your oyster openings, so you cannot swap this pearl out, you can have it as a bonus there. Oh no, the woodland pendant doesn't have sparkles on him. That's just the detail sort of engraved into the leaves and everything. So yeah, the woodland pendant doesn't have any sparkle to him. I'll show you again in a moment. So I hope you're happy with the red pearl. Let me see if I can get this. This is literally just all silver. No sparkle. I suppose the silver is sparkling, but there's no crystals or anything. It's all just detailing. So that means then 2 pendants, both pearls need to go, so on both pendants the pearls need to go onto the jewellery. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells, Pat? And is there certain colours that you're hoping for? So there's one. And 2. So oyster number 1, you've got a lighter pop there, Oh, he was a tough one. Just slowly getting him open there. There is your mother of pearl. So donate the shells and not hoping for any colour in specific. Now straight away, as we can see, you've got a gorgeous hot pink pearl there. And there's no more in that one. So hot pink pearl. Moving on to oyster number 2. Light pop there. There's a little bit of flesh on that side, but we can see there's no pearls there. I can, however, see you are twinning. And you're twinning with TARDIS Blue Twins. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so Patsy, you've got a deep red, hot pink and twinning TARDIS blue pearls here. I'll need to know which pearl colour you'd like on each pendant. And of course, if you're not happy with the colours, we can swap them for you, all but the red. So red, bright pink, TARDIS blues. If I run these through the board for you, the red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. Hot pink is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6. He's a 6.5. And then TARDIS blue number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. TARDIS blue number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5 as well. Yes, Yvonne. I called it the woodland pendant, didn't I? It's because it's the same design as the woodland bracelet. To sort of to have the set, it's beautiful. Of course you can, Patsy. So let me bring you back up here. So we're going to have blue on the first one and red on the leaf veil. And can you just confirm, are you happy with the blue and the pink as well? Let me do your trick or treat, Patsy. So if we dive in here, your trick or treat, you have got a treat. You've got a 15% off code for the website. So if you'd like to order again in the future, you'll have a 15% off code you can use, and that will get emailed across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. Patsy, I hope you're happy with everything there. You're very welcome. I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And of course, thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells. Yes, a cheeky bonus as well. So let me just top these back up again. Perfect. And that means up next today is Angela Sylvester. Angela, are you here? Angela Sylvester, are you here? Good night, Patsy. Thank you for joining us today. Angela, hello, hello, hello. Okay, so Angela, you have got a Mims Spins, my lovely. Let's go across to Mim. I'll need to know which character you would like, my lovely. It does sound lovely, doesn't it? The rain. It is. I can honestly, I sleep. This rain, I can't speak. The sound of rain. I think that's why I keep pausing. You keep hearing me today. I am very, I don't know the word. Stagnant? No, that's not the right word. I'm very stop-start with my speaking. I think I just keep stopping to listen to the rain. Oh, Angela, can you have the cat and donate your shells? You can indeed. So, Mr. Cat, let's bring you back across again. And in here, you have got a pendant. Lots of pendants so far. Actually, we have had some earrings, haven't we? This pendant is the Skull of Two Sides pendant. So this one comes with one oyster opening, and you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery. So from this side here, he has a very sparkly side to him and decorated skull. If we then turn him to the opposite side, he's got the plain skull, just the plain silver. And then of course his face at the front here. Okay, so you can either wear it so he's facing this way, or you can move him around so it's facing this way. The pearl, if you choose to have it on the jewellery, can spin to either side, so you can sort of change it and it doesn't matter as the pearl moves. And then of course you've got all the detailing with the face there as well. I hope you're happy with him. However, let's go back across and we'll go into Mim's Pot of Mischief. Oh, don't move that too much. And it says, have a bonus pearl colour of your choice. So that means you get to keep that pendant. Yes, that one is on the website. I believe it's called the Skull of Two Sides. You get to keep that pendant, Angela. So you also get a bonus colour as well. So what we'll do is we'll do your oyster opening first, and then at the end you can tell me which extra pearl you would like on top of whatever comes out of your oyster. And then of course you can let me know if you would like to use have a pearl on or off. Yes, Talia, it should be valid indeed, as long as obviously it hasn't been used. They don't have, unless you was told at the time it's got an expiry date on it, but I don't normally put expiry dates on them, so they can be held for obviously however long. So yeah, as long as you wasn't told at the time. But if you have the code still, you can always email it across to me and I can double check for you. Now, your oyster here, Angela, good luck, my lovely. You can actually, yes, so if you purchase it on the website, in the additional comments, just pop in that you'd like it made with whatever colour pearl you'd like, instead of having the oyster opening. Now, Angela, in here, oh, some of the shell has come off on the knife there. And there's your mother of pearls. So you can see there's no pearls on that side. I can, however, see right at the top here, you are twinning. And twinning with almost like a pinkly tone. So these are definitely base pink, but they've got a slight purple tone to them. So pinkly pink twins. Now visually, definitely one is slightly larger than the other. So base pink with a slight purple tone to them. What do you think to these, Angela? So again, if you're happy with these, that's perfect. And if you'd like one on the jewellery, let me know if you prefer to have the larger or the smaller one on there. Or if you're not happy, we can, of course, like I say, swap them. And then you also get that bonus pearl as well. So just let me know which bonus pearl colour you would like. The visually smaller of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The visually larger of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. Not a problem, Ashley. Downfall of listening to the rain, the only downfall is may have to have a comfort break soon. But the rain is amazing, definitely. Swap the smaller for a dark gunmetal or black, and the chosen pearl will be a bright orange. Okay, so the smaller for a gunmetal or black. That one there. I'm just gonna level the sand out so they can sort of sit more level. And then you'd have a bright orange bonus pearl. Okay, so if you have a look at these here for me and let me know if those ones I've added in are okay. And then would you like a pearl on or off the jewellery? The dark on the pendant, and they are fab. Perfect. Let me bring you back up then. Okay, so I'm just going to write this down. So we're going to have the darker one on there. Okay, let's do your trick or treat as well. So your trick or treat, you have got a treat. You've got a 15% off code for the website. So if you would like to order again, you'll have a 15% off code you can use, and that will also get emailed across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives, and I've popped that safe over there for you. Okay, that means, let me just, oh, you're very, very welcome, Angela. Up next then today is Yvette Wayne. Yvette, are you here? Now, I definitely saw Yvette earlier, so hopefully... Oh, she's still here. Excuse me. Yeah, my mum hasn't put her heating on yet, or my sister for that matter. They haven't put their heating on yet, whereas Aaron has got asthma and like the cold. We couldn't not have the heating on when it starts getting cold because it just wouldn't react well with him. So yeah, I can't imagine, because I've obviously been living with Aaron for so long, where we have to, as like a medical thing, he needs to have it as a not a too cold temperature. Yeah, so my mum and sister haven't put their heating on yet. Yvette, hello. So, Yvette, my lovely, you have got 2 Mims spins. Let's go across to Mim and let me know which 2 characters you would like. Yes, Shannon, I have added you on the order list, my lovely, and I hope your flight was okay. Sue did say earlier that she saw you and had no idea that you was coming. Can you have the witch and the cat? The cat is popular today. Mr. Cat, and where are you, the witch? And the witch. So let's bring you across. Which one did you say first? You said witch first. Let's open up this one. So in here, you have got a pair of earrings. So these earrings are 95 silver. They are stud back earrings, and you can choose to have the pearls on or off the jewellery. It's going to be up to you. Now, as you can see, the studs here are at the top of the smaller circle, and then the larger circle can just move as it will. Now, if you choose to have the pearl on these ones, they actually get linked in between the link of the smaller and the larger circle there. So they'll be hanging and dangling around in the middle of the, sort of in the centre here, but the pearl could also then move, but because it's always in that zone between the two, it will sort of move and it will always stay in between the two. Or you can have the pearl loose and the earrings as they are. And then let's go back across for your Mims spins. Good luck, Yvette. Here you have got receive a chain with your order. Now, let me just clear my throat. There we go. Now, with this card, because you've got earrings, you can choose whether to keep this one, so receive a chain with your order, and you let me know what length and style chain you would like. Or you can choose that what is going on with me? I'm so sorry. Everything I do is interrupting what I'm trying to say. So you can choose whether to keep this card and receive a chain with your order, even though you've got all earrings. But because you haven't got a pendant and you got this card, you do also have the option of popping this card away and picking another card. So diving into her pot of mischief again. So would you like to stick with the chain, or would you like to dive in to the pot of mischief and go for a different card? Keep the chain, perfect. So I'll just need to know what length and style chain you would like. I'm just going to write down that you've got a free chain. You can either let me know now what chain you'd like, or you can, if you prefer to email me, you can do so. We've got 16 to 26 inches in trace chain, 16 to 24 inches in curb chain, and 16 to 24 inches in snake chain. Perfect. We'll move on to opening your cat Mims Spins number 2 as well. So in here, you have got a pendant. So I suppose you could use that chain with this pendant if you get to keep this pendant, my lovely. So in here, this pendant overall, at first glance, is a heart, and then on the inside you've got a smaller heart. The pearl can go on or off the jewellery, and it does come with one oyster opening. So looking at that visually, you can see there, that's what it would look like. Sorry, let me just write this down. 24 curb, perfect. However, this one does have an inscription around the outer edge, and it says life's most treasured moments happen when you least expect them. So that's actually inscribed. I don't know if I'm going to get that to focus. Let me see if I can try. So it says life's most unexpected moments happen when you least expect them. So you can see it's all inscribed around the very edge there. So like I said, looking at it, it's a double-hearted pendant, but then it does have that inscription around the edge. Now let's go back across to Mim and see what she has got to say in her pot of mischief. And in here, no pearl swaps. Okay, so that means you get to keep this pendant, but from this oyster, there is no pearl swaps. And whatever comes out of this oyster, if you want to have on the jewellery, has to go on the jewellery. If you don't want a pearl on this jewellery, that's fine. But yeah, if you want a pearl on here, it has to be the pearl from this oyster with no pearl swaps. So we've got 2 oyster openings for your earrings, and then your third oyster will be this one with no pearl swaps. So I hope you're happy with the pendant, and then we'll see what happens with the pearl and what you'd like to do. So that means altogether you've got 3 oysters. Would you like to keep, oh, I'll have to top this up again. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And is there certain colours that you are hoping for? So 1, 2, and then this is the third one. So this one here is no pearl colour swaps. We'll open that one at the end. So oyster number 1, these are for your earrings. You've got a light pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, I can see multiple pearls there. 1, 2, and 3. Donate the shells. I'm hoping for pastel or lighter, brighter colours. Okay, so there's no more in that one. Your first oyster, you have triples. You have got 3 pearls there. You've got a chocolate, a TARDIS blue, and a darker gunmetal grey. So chocolate, TARDIS blue and darker gunmetal grey from your first oyster. Moving on to your second oyster, you've got a nice sharp pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. You are quadding. And there's no more in that one. So quadding with your second oyster there. And again, let me just dry these up for you. Thank you, Bub. So the colours that you've got here are lilac, dark purple, autumn peach, and a two-tonal apple green. So this green is two-tonal lighter and brighter as you go around there. And then moving on to your third and final oyster. So this one here is one where we cannot do pearl swaps. So in this one, you've got a double pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, I can see a darker pearl at the top there. And you've got a chocolate olive green. So base chocolate with a slight olive green overtone. Aaron, can you fill up my oyster bag for me, please? Okay, so here is your base chocolate, and then it's got that gorgeous olive green overtone. So if you want a pearl on the pendant, it has to be this one, or you can have the pearl loose and no pearl on the pendant, that's up to you. For the earrings, however, we can of course swap the pearls at the top if you want to have matching pearls on the earrings, or you don't have to have pearls on the earrings, it's completely up to you, Yvette. You've got a chocolate, a blue and a gunmetal on your top row. Then you've got a lilac purple, dark purple, autumn peach, two-tonal apple green, and then of course that olive green chocolate as well. If I run them through the board, the lighter chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. The blues, not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the gunmetal is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he is a 7.5. The lilac purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Great purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Autumn peach is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, whoop. Not a, oh sorry, he is a 7, and the two-tonal apple green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then your chocolate olive green is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He is an 8.5. Okay, so lots of decisions here, Yvette. What would you like to do? Oh, perfect. So no pearls on the jewellery. And just to confirm, you're happy with all of the other colours as well? So I'm just popping these in here. Yes, no, you're very, very welcome then. Let me just write this down. So we're going to have no pearls on there. You still get your chain, that will get sent as well. And we're going to have no pearls on there. You do, however, have your trick or treats card. So with your trick or treats card, you've got a trick, my lovely. So that does mean that there's nothing on the back there. I do, however, of course, hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And that's safe up there for you. You're very, very welcome, my lovely. Okay. And there we go. Yeah, there is still space available for today. I am trying to do an updated order list as we go, and I'm posting it and sort of updating it on the page where the original order list was posted. Perfect, which means up next today is Linda Southam. Linda, are you here? Yvette, you're very, very welcome. I'm glad you're happy, my lovely. Linda, hello, hello, hello. Let's go across. Linda, you've got 2 Mims spins altogether. Is that correct, my lovely? So if so, you've got the ghost, and which other one would you like as well? Only 1 Mim. Let me just see here. Oh, you only do have 1 Mim. I've printed off the same order twice. It's got the same order number. It's just me. No, you're... I'll even show you just to... So you can see the order number there. And then if I just turn that down... There's the order number there. I've printed off the same one twice. Oh. Okay, that was my fault, my lovely. 1 Mims spin. Mims spins. Oh my gosh. Right, let's go back across. And then let me have a look. Where are we? So you did say ghost. Okay, ghost and donate the shells. Sorry for the confusion. I printed it off twice. I got happy with my printer. Okay, so your ghost. And in here, you have got a pendant. This pendant comes with 1 oyster opening, and again, you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery here. And this is the, oh my gosh, I can't speak now. It is the time turner pendant. Now it can move slightly, so it can move side to side at the top there. So it won't always sit central. The time turner can then move so it sort of faces either way. This one, like I say, if you have the pearl on or off the jewellery, that's going to be up to you. And you could either have it hanging from the bottom, so then it would sort of pull it down more central, so it would be in this section here and hanging from the bottom, or you could have it actually at the top so it sits right in front of the pendant. This, yes, it is Harry Potter themed. So Time Turner pendant. I hope you're happy with that, Linda. However, let's dive in with Mims' Pot of Mischief. Oh, we've got two there. There we go, there's one. And see what she's got to say. Have a bonus watermelon pearl. Mim's been a bit nice today and a little bit mean, hasn't she? It's been a mix between the two. So a bonus watermelon pearl for you. So we've got this one here. So we still get to do your oyster opening. This watermelon, it can be a bonus, or you can choose to have it on the jewellery. It's just this one you cannot swap out. Okay, so I hope you're happy with the pendant itself and happy with the watermelon pearl there. And that comes with one oyster opening. Aaron has just topped up my bag, so that's brilliant. And you've said you'd like to donate your shells. So is there certain colours that you're hoping for at all? So mystery oyster. You've got a light pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. Now, straight down the bottom here, I can see a icy blue. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so you've got a gorgeous, lighter, brighter, icy blue. And then, of course, that watermelon as well. So if you're happy with these, of course, that's perfect. If you're not happy, we can swap them for you. So I'll just need to know, of course, with the watermelon, we cannot swap that one though. So it would be just the blue if you wanted to swap any. And then I would also need to know if you'd like to have a pearl on or off the jewellery. And if on, if you'd like it at the top or at the bottom. Let me run these ones through the board. The icy blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. And the watermelon's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5 as well. Icy blue on the bottom of the pendant, of course. Well, I hope she's happy with it. Let me bring you back up here and I can write that down for you. I don't blame her, as am I, Linda. Right, so if we do your trick or treat as well, your trick or treat is a treat. You've got a 20% off code for the website. So if you would like to order in the future, you'll have a 20% off code you can use, and that will be emailed across for you tomorrow. So thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells, and I've popped that safely up there for you. Oh, Carol, that they are in stock, my lovely. If you refresh the page and see if it's still saying it for me. Whoop, whoop, you're very, very welcome. Up next then is, oh no, let me top this up first. Shannon Howe. Shannon, are you here? Oh, bless her, Talia. Oh, bless her. Shannon, hello from RAF Lakenheath. Hello, 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 Shannon. Well, you have got a Mims spins, my lovely. So, which character would you like? Yep, Leah, it will be so, my lovely. I'm just doing updated order list as we speak. So then hopefully you can see. Oh, yeah, I'm just printing it off now, actually, my lovely. So I'll be doing an updated order list on the page, and I'll pop it in the comments as well once it's been posted, okay? Oh, okay, Shannon. Bear with me just a second then. Is that one of these that I'm just printing off? Ah, yes, I can see it. I've literally just printed it off, Shannon. So, would you both like... You would like the Happy Bat, okay? And Sue, which one would you like, my lovely? So we'll open them. So let's get the Happy Bat for you. And Sue Skewery, which one would you like? The Grumpy Cat. Okay, so Happy Bat and Grumpy Cat. So the Grumpy Cat is this one here. Let's bring you both down. Oh, Shannon, you're hoping for no earrings. Okay, so Happy Bat, Grumpy Cat. We'll do the Happy Bat first. So Shannon, this one is your one. Okay, in here. It's not earrings. You've got a crystal pendant, Shannon. This crystal pendant, it comes with one oyster opening, and you can have the pearl on or off the jewellery. So that's going to be up to you. Now, this pendant is not on the website, and it is our larger sized rectangle crystal pendant. So if I show you from the side, you can see it's got quite a nice size to him there. Almost bowed because he's thinner at both ends and gets thicker in the centre. See all the facets in the crystal there. If I just pop my glove behind it, look at that. If you chose to have a pearl on here, it'd sit at the top, or of course you can have the pendant as it is and then the pearl loose. However, let's go across to Mim's Pot of Mischief. And in here, put that jewellery back. Okay, I'm afraid you cannot keep that pendant. Put that jewellery back, then pick 2 bags to choose which jewellery you want. So we have to put that one back, I'm afraid, but then I need you to pick a further 2 characters, and then you'll be able to pick in between the 2 items of jewellery in there. Okay, so which 2 characters would you like here? What do you think? Evil and kind at the same time. So we can't have the cat or the bat. Can you have the skeleton and the confused pumpkin? You can. Oh, they're next to each other. So no, yeah, that is the skeleton. Skeleton and confused pumpkin. Let's bring you across. So you get to pick between these 2. Skeleton first. And you have a second crystal pendant here. Now this one is quite different to the first one that you saw, but again it is beautiful. This one comes with one oyster opening, and you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery. This is the thin baguette or thin rectangle crystal pendant. So you can see it's quite a bit of a size difference to your first one. And this one is in the mirror colouring. So depending on where the light catches it, you can see yellows, purples or blues. Okay, so pearl on or off the jewellery. So I hope you're happy with that one. Or your second choice will be the confused pumpkin. And in here, oh, in here you have got earrings. So you didn't want earrings, but, oh, these ones we saw earlier, you've got earrings. So these earrings are stud back earrings. You have, I didn't mean to pop it in twice, so I do apologise, but they are beautiful. You've got the crystals going down in size, and then your pearls sit under that flower there, which on each point is also crystal embedded. Let me get this focused so you can see. There we go. So which one would you like to have? Would you like to go for the pendant, or would you like to go for the earrings? What do you think, Shannon? Pendant or earrings? That's the pendant. I'm just going to see if I can get the earrings to focus on here, because then you get to see sort of them without my hands in the way. I don't know if this would focus. So that's the earring. There we go. Let's go pendant. Okay, that pendant is yours. So that one then comes with one oyster opening, and you can have the pearl on or off the jewellery. However, before we do the oyster opening, we'll open up Sue's item, and then we'll do both the oysters together at the end, if that's okay. So Sue, we're going to open up your grumpy cat. So in here, you have got a cage pendant, Sue. So this cage pendant comes with one oyster opening, where the cage pendant holds one pearl, so obviously the pearl can go in the jewellery. Then if you've got any loose pearls at home, or if you get any in the future, you'll be able to swap and change them around in the cage pendant. Now this is the paw print cage pendant, so your pearl will be seen right in the centre of the paw print there. Okay, but let's go back across to Mims' Pot of Mischief, Sue, to see what she has got to say with your pendant. So, cage pendant have another go and keep both prizes. So Sue, you get to keep the paw print pendant and you get to have another go and then keep both prizes. So please pick another character. Now both of you have picked half the characters already, so the characters that are left are the ghost, the scary pumpkin, the witch, or the toothy pumpkin. So ghost, scary pumpkin, witch, or toothy pumpkin. Which one would you like? So I'm just topping up these other ones. Oh, can you have the scary pumpkin? Of course you can. So that is this one here. Let's bring you back. So scary pumpkin. You have also got a pair of earrings. So you've got this cage pendant and a pair of earrings as well. Now these earrings are obviously come with 2 oyster openings, and the pearls do need to go on the jewellery. So these ones, I'll show you one to start with. Stud back earrings, and you've got that straight line of crystals, and then your pearl is set at the bottom. So it's just, like I say, straight line of crystals, zircon crystals embedded in the silver, and then your pearls hanging around at the bottom there. So I hope you're happy with those as well, Sue. So cage pendant and earrings, and then of course Shannon, you have got the crystal pendant. So what we'll do is we'll do the oyster openings slightly separately. Shannon will do your oyster opening first. So you've got one opening. Shannon, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there a certain colour you're hoping for that crystal pendant? So Shannon, this is your oyster opening, my lovely. In here, you've got a lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And if I have a squidge in here, oh, okay, so you've got a chocolate bronze pearl there. Donate and navy blue or gold. Okay, so it looks like you've got a chocolate, sorry, I kept the shells just in case you wanted to keep them. You've got a chocolate bronze pearl here. Now, of course, if you're not happy with this pearl, we can swap him for you. Or if you are happy, that's perfect as well. With the navy, so the darker sort of midnight blues, there is going to be a weight on that. But if you're happy with the sort of darker TARDIS kind of tones, then I can swap it for a blue if that's the tone you would like to. This bronze, though, is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He's an 8. You'll take this one. Okay, perfect. So you're going to have that one on the crystal. Okay. Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Can you just confirm, Shannon, is that one on the jewellery? just confirm for me. I'm just going to get Sue your 3 oysters out here. You're very welcome, Shannon. Okay, so I've got down that chocolate bronze on the crystal pendant. Sue, your 3 oyster openings then, would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? Okay, so mystery oyster. Oh, hello, Min. Oyster number 1. Oh, and you've got twinning runaways there. There's the mother of pearl. And there's no more in that one. So both your twins sort of popped out as I opened up the oyster there. And you've got gorgeous, bright apple green twins. Now visually they do look like they're slightly different sizes, but I will measure them at that end. Moving on to your next oyster, lighter pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And I can actually see a little peeper down the bottom there. Oh, he's popped out. I'm just having a squidge, double checking. Okay, so there's no more in that one. And this one here is a dark purple. Almost that chocolatey toned purple there. And then your last oyster, Sue. You've got a lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, you've got, oh, a runaway chocolate bronze. And there's no more in that one. Nope, it really is a runaway. There we go. Okay, so twinning apple greens, a chocolate purple and a chocolate bronze. Now, if you're happy with these, Sue, I'll need to know which ones you'd like where. And if you're not happy, we can, of course, swap them for you. So that's completely up to you as well. What do you think? Let me run these through the board. Your apple green number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. Apple green number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8, he's an 8.5. So even though they look visually slightly different, they are measuring the same size. The chocolate purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, whoop. He is a 7, and then the chocolate bronze is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. Can we swap the apple greens for TARDIS blues for the earrings? Smaller if possible. I'll drink that in just a second. Give me a moment. Oh, that's slightly different tones. What I can do is I will be able to match one of those, but I won't be able to match it now. It's just because, as you saw, they're the last blues that I've got with me, but I do have more in my swaps pot So I'm pretty sure I can match one of those ones if those are okay. They're just slightly different tones, one slightly darker than the other with these ones here. So if you're happy with that, I'm happy for me to do it off the live, that's not a problem. And then also just confirm, are you happy with the other two colours as well? Just going to bring you up so I can start writing it down, Sue, though, okay? Just pop there. No. That's fine, there's not much difference. Oh, bless you. Are the two perfect for the cage? Oh, okay, well, if you're happy with those blues, that's not a problem. Bless you. Okay, so I pop this on here. So I hope you're happy with that. And thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells. And Shannon, you get your trick or treat, my lovely. So in here, your trick or treats card. And Shannon, you actually have got a trick there. So that means that there's nothing on the back there. Shannon, you're very, very welcome. So Sue and Shannon, I hope you're happy with everything there once it arrives. Thank you both for the donations with your shells. Now, a very sleepy Aaron is just going to quickly talk to you while I have a quick comfort break. And then I'll be back in a couple of moments to carry on, and I'll do an updated order list then as well. So, see you in a moment. Thank you, Bill.
Hello there. How are we all on this fine and fabulous and wet evening? How is everybody? What are we all up to? Well, this is what we're up to, but still. Currently going through the process of digitizing all my recipes. The boring life. Evening, Penny. Hey, Lynette. Hello there. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Caroline. Hey, Carol. Yeah, I have no idea what happened on Friday. I literally just walked into the room and it was, I think she thought I'd gone to bed or something maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we went from 0 to... It was rather amusing. It was music. It's not PJs. Probably... Okay, rephrase that. It's a hoodie that I'm probably not supposed to wear out and about and whatever, but... Yeah, no, I do. It's comfy. It's warm. It's all good. I've had many a compliment. Oh, late one, Anne. Chocolate cake in bed. Now, there you go, Lynette. That's the life. I am very well, Katrina. How about yourself? Hello in Norway.
The There's snails outside. Make sure you don't smush them.
I know there is.
They have a habit of landing right outside my door.
No, I think they... Yeah.
You think they, yeah?
Yeah, no, I forgot what I was going to say.
Huh. Before I put these on, can you just grab me that box from under there, please?
Okie dokie do.
No, the clear box. Yep, that one.
Sorry. Did you see my handiwork?
What?
I've been paintings.
I haven't seen you. Oh, have you painted?
She's not very appreciative, apparently.
Well, I didn't go in that area.
I mean, you did.
I didn't. The door was open. I didn't see
Still
it.
went into that area.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sure your painting is extremely very well.
No. You had your chance. It's gone.
Have you done it all?
What?
That made you jump, didn't it?
Oh no, I just realised that I chucked the box onto the table where everyone was. Oh.
Thank you for painting. Have you done it all?
Except for the top edging bit, and that's purely because edging in a hall, I'm terrible at edging.
I can't reach the top edging. That's why I did all the edging but the top.
Stepladder, crack on.
But I asked you to bring the stepladder in and de-spider it, and you didn't.
I've
so
got itty bitty stepladder.
But no, I can't use the... I need the big stepladder to reach the
because you're
top.
itty bitty.
Because I'm shorter. And I asked you to de-spider it, and you didn't. So I didn't do the top edging. And I said,
dear.
you're taller, you can do the top edging.
I
No,
don't do
you
top
didn't.
edging. I did the top edging in the kitchen. It still annoys me to this day. The amount of
I had a mouthful of tea.
the amount of times I go in that edging is the bane of my life.
We're painting the hallway.
It's one of those jobs that's been on the to-do list for a long time. And yeah, no, I don't do edging. I regret doing the edging in the kitchen.
It is temperamental in the kitchen, isn't it?
It's to the point where I'm tempted just to stick some beading up there purely to hide it.
Well, no, we just need to go over with the edging of the... But if we paint the ceiling, then we'd have
You
to paint
say
the...
we, I say not me.
And I say I can't reach the roof, the ceiling.
Then it's beading.
I'm
Everybody
just
beading
putting my
down.
gloves on, by the way.
She is coming.
I am. I'm at
You randomly saw a hand appear there for a second.
Right. Let me down this tea because you lovingly brought me a new one. Thank you. And then why don't you go to bed, Bab?
I don't do cabbage things. I attempted the cabbage things once. It didn't go well.
What's a cabbage thing?
My cabbage recipe. Every time you get a mouthful of tea.
It's not a good recipe.
I will experiment. I will get it. Anyway, doodle bit, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, Bab. Honestly, why don't you go to bed?
I was falling asleep on the sofa when you called me in.
I know. That's why I said go to bed. All right, love you.
Go to bed.
Go to bed. Hello. Don't be Arthur Job Aaron. It's not funny. My arm's aching. Where's my arm aching? Okay. Right. Oh, sorry, it's where I lean. Can you see this? I lean on the edge of the tray, so it like digs into my arm. So I end up having big old grooves in my arm after the live. And it's just started aching earlier today. Right, let me print this off. I'll do an updated order list of where we are, and then we'll carry on, if that's okay. Draw a pencil line along the edge. It helps in the edging. Does it? He just, yeah, in all fairness to him, he really hates doing the edging. And I did the edging the other day and sort of painted the very edge and this much in. And then I said to him, if he does the middle bit, and then I can do the second coat, because once he's edged the top bit, I can then roller the middle absolutely fine. But he's then done the middle and not the top edge. And he hasn't de-spidered the ladder yet for me because I left it in the garden. So it's covered in spiders. so I can't do it. So now we're just going to have a funky thing until I get round to it. Thank you, Shannon. He does make me happy. He is sleepy though, so he is going to be going to bed, hopefully. Right, I'm just typing this. Sorry, I can multitask. I do sort of waffle on while I'm typing out the order list. And then, so there's not actually that many people on the order list. I've made it sound like it's massive. It's not. So there's 1, 2, 3, there's 6 people on the order list. Get the Hoover. No, because it's been living, I left the stepladder in the garden, not even in the shed. Like, I left it in the garden for a few weeks now. So the spiders are not only just on it, like they've made homes. There's big old webs everywhere. There's homes. I mean, the families come to stay. There's big spiders, little spiders. There's other creatures on there. And now it's wet because it's been raining. So like it needs a whole clean down service. And I can't do that. Not with spiders and bugs and webs and stuff. I can't. So Aaron said he would, bless him. But it's been a busy weekend. So yeah. Spray lemon juice on the ladder. Oh really? Does that work? Well, they have. I mean, I feel like I need to send a photo of this step ladder. But if I did so, I'd have to get near it to do it. I've just posted the order list on the page and in the comments there. Oh, let me just restock up this as well. Okay. So, where's these? And then we can carry on again. Let me just restock this back up. Thank you all for bearing with me. I know it's slightly annoying that I have to run off. But yeah, listening to that rain, I wasn't going to last. I could tell Aaron needs to go to bed. So, yeah. No, I know they won't harm me. 100% spiders in the UK are not harmful. I know this. I just still can't do it. Anyway, when the hallway's done, I'll let you know in 6 months' time. Right. So, where am I? Up next today is Rachel Jones. Rachel, are you here, my lovely? Oh, of course, Sarah. Of course. I wouldn't hold it. Like, if I had one person, or maybe 2 people, I would. But yeah, if it's more than that, I obviously will go. Yeah, decorating just, I mean, like Aaron said, he ran with the kitchen. He sort of got up on countertops and he did the kitchen in like a long weekend and it was done. And he did that brilliantly. I sort of just picked the colour with that one. But yeah, the hallway, I said I'd do it with him, and it, I can just tell it's going to be a long old hall. We actually do have bats that fly over my garden and do the figure of 8. They don't live near, like in my house or anything, but yeah, they come and fly over. You can see them going around. So yeah, there is bats. There is real life bats as well. Rachel, hello. Right, let's go across to Mim. You do have a Mims spins. You would like to have the waving skeleton and donate your shells. So waving skeleton is here. Oh, there we go. Oh no, that's me. Sorry, let's go down. Oh, I'll get back in the zone of it in a minute. Oh, baseball bats. Oh, okay, I went on to real life bats. Oh, right, okay. Waving skeleton, in here, Rachel. You have got a pendant. This pendant, you can have the pearl on or off the jewellery. Okay. And comes with one oyster opening. Now this on the website, I believe it's called the memory pendant. Ooh. Let me lower it slightly. There we go. So you can see you've got two silhouettes joining hands and joining lips as well. They're having a little kiss. Obviously it's the same on both sides. It just depends on which one's standing on which side. And if you have the pearl on this one, it does sit towards the top there. I hope you're happy with that one. It's not as dark as it looks. Again, it's a silver reflective pendant, so it's just picking up the dark thing in front is the camera. So you're basically staring down the camera's eye. If I turn it up, you can see it is just a nice lighter silver colour. Hey Leah, bless you. Thank you for the stars. That's very kind of you. Now, if we go back across to Mim. No, that's me again. Stop it. Let's go back to Mim. Oh, let's dive in for her Mim's pot of mischief. And in here, you've got an extra oyster opening. Okay, so that means you get to keep the pendant and you have an extra oyster opening. Okay, so that's two openings altogether. Nicola. Oh, bless you, Nicola. Thank you ever so much for the stars there. And I hope you enjoyed your evening. And Danielle, thank you as well for the stars. That's very, very kind of you. Put the names of the items on the bags. I really do, Dawn. I will do so on the next round. At the moment, the one, obviously all the items I've got out don't have the names on, but as I move forward, I will do that. Now, Rachel, that means that you've got two oyster openings altogether, and you can have a pearl on or off this pendant, and you're hoping for a red. Okay, so 1 and 2 oysters, and you'd like to donate your shells. That one's a clapper. So I'll show you that here. It just means that it is open slightly, so I don't need to pop him. And then if we have a squidge in here, we did do Mim, yes, she gets an extra oyster opening. And there's no more in that one. And you as well, Nicola. I hope you get a good rest, my lovely. So Rachel, that means from your first oyster, we've got a darker pearl there. And he is a dark midnight blue. Almost looks like he's got some purple in him there, actually. Let me get that focused for you. So two-tonal purple and midnight blue. And then moving on to your oyster number 2. Gorgeous sharp pop there. And in here, there's your mother of pearl. And you have 1 and 2. You are twinning. And you're twinning with gorgeous watermelon twins. So let me just dry these up for you as well. Visually, it does look like you've got one which is slightly larger than the other here. So a two-tonal purple and midnight blue, and then twinning watermelons, one which is larger, one which is visually smaller. Now, as I said at the start, you do need to have, you don't need to have a pearl on the jewellery, but if you want to, you can do so. And if you're not happy with these, we can of course swap the pearls for you. If I run them through the board, the two-tonal purple and blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Visually smaller watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the visually larger watermelon is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. From me, Nicola, so sometimes if a new colour comes out, the audience at the time can suggest name colours and then we pick one that way. But most of them have come from me. Of course you can. I'll take away the smaller watermelon unless you tell me otherwise. And let me just grab a red for you. And then we're going to have red on the jewellery. What do you think to that one there? I'm just going to bring you back up, but if that's not correct, do let me know. Very happy? Perfect. Okay, let me just pop these in here for you. Oh, I giggled, Sarah, but it's easily done in a strange way, isn't it? It really is. Yeah, next time grab, like if you want to, grab a punnet of grapes or something. I find that does the same thing. Or my kids in Aaron, I don't like cherries. My kids in Aaron would eat a whole punnet of cherries if I let them. As in, if I just put it on the table and walked away, they're gone. Next turn around, like, what happened there? Right, Rachel, I've got down that you'd like the red on the pendant. If I do your trick or treat, and in here, you have got a trick. So that does mean that there's nothing on the back of that one, but I do hope you'll be happy with everything, Rachel, once it arrives. And thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells. Oh, no, you're not, Sarah. All of us do it or have done it. So it's not awful. It's just is. It just is. It's what happened. And that's done, yeah. And that's as simple as that. Okay, right. Perfect. That means up next today is Rebecca Dunn. Rebecca, are you here? Becky, hello, hello, hello. Becky, you have got 2 Mims spins. Let's go across to Mim. What 2 characters would you like, my lovely? Witch and 2C pumpkin. You can indeed. The witch is, oh, I keep pulling the green things. The witch and the 2C pumpkin's right next to her. So let's bring you back across. We'll open up the witch first. So in here, you have got a pendant. Now this pendant comes with one oyster opening, and again you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery. And now this one is called the Never Forgotten pendant. Okay, so you've got a heart, a hollowed heart at the top, which is encrusted with zircon crystals. And you've got wings that are coming out either side, which are the plain silver. And then at the bottom, you've got almost like the body, which is also encrusted with zircon crystals. However, if I just hold this and turn it around, that is also a heart. So if you're looking down at the pendant, you've got a heart at the bottom there as well. Now, if your pearl goes on this one, it goes at the top here, can move around, or you can have the pendant as it is and then the pearls loose as well. Now, let's go back across to Mim for her pot of mischief and see what she has to say. So in here, have a bonus watermelon pearl. Okay, so that one's come out a few times today. She's being kind. Now I'm going to go for the slightly lighter watermelons, which are slightly more pinky watermelon. Let's go for that one I like the look of. So here is your slightly lighter watermelon. Yep, that one is on the website. Like I said, it's called the Never Forgotten pendant. So you get to keep that pearl as a bonus. That one you can have on or off the jewellery. You just cannot swap that pearl. So that pendant is yours. And then moving on to your toothy pumpkin. And you have a second pendant, Becky. Or Becca. Oh, I'm so sorry. Rebecca. Becky. Oh, it's Becky. Sorry, I lost your name then. So your second pendant, I believe this one's called the Elements pendant. Again, it comes with one oyster opening, and you can choose to have the pearl on or off the jewellery. Now, it's the Elements pendant because it looks like the Elements sign, as you can see there. Now, again, if you choose to have your pearl on this one, it goes at the top and it can move around, or you can choose to have your pearl loose. That's going to be completely up to you. Now, again, we do have to go across to Mim. So in her pot of mischief this time, oh, I've got a couple. I'm not looking. I don't ever look, by the way. I just sort of dive and have a bonus purple pearl. She's being very nice to now. Okay, so you get a bonus watermelon and a bonus purple. So again, you still get an oyster opening, and you can have this one on or off the jewellery. You just cannot swap it. So you've got two bonus pearls, and you still get two oyster openings. And I've gone for a purple pearl here, which looks beautiful next to that watermelon. Look at those, as those colours together. How beautiful are they? Ooh. Okay, so that means we're opening for the Elements pendant and the Never Forgotten pendant. Okay, so 2 oysters. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells? And are there certain colours that you're hoping for? And 2. Oh, again, we've got a little bit of a clapper there. So this one here, donate the shells. Oh, and I can see a pearl straight away. So there's your mother of pearl. You are twinning. And you're twinning with dark purple twins. There's no more in that one. So gorgeous dark deep purple twins. Again, it does look like they're slightly different sizes there. There we go. And then moving on to oyster number 2. Oh, light pop there. And there's your mother of pearl. Okay, so if we have a squidge in here, you've got a blurple, and there's no more in that one. And here is your blurple. So a blurple is a mix between a blue and a purple. Okay, so in some lights it will be more blue, in some lights it will be more purple. And it's slightly two-tonal with slight lighter and darker areas as you go around the pearl. Now, Becky, what do you think to all of these? Lots of decisions to be made. I'll need to know if you'd like any pearls on the jewellery. If so, which colours you would like. And of course, if you're not happy with the pearls, we can swap them, all but the top 2 with the brighter purple and the watermelon. If I run them through the board for you, your watermelon is not a 5, oh, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The brighter purple's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then purple twin number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Purple twin number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And then watermelon, then the blurple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. What do you think? What would you like to do? Just going to pop that down. Okay, so we're going to have the blurple on that one, and you'd like to swap the twins for a rose gold and a gold, and put the rose gold on the pendant. Okay, let me just show you. I've went for a lighter rose gold. However, if you prefer to have a slightly brighter rose gold, do let me know. And again, I've gone for a brighter gold, so if you'd like to have a lighter one, let me know. What do you think to those two there? Just going to bring you up so I can write that down, but I won't take the colours away, so you can Obviously change your mind if they're not the correct shades. So on the Never Forgotten, we're going to have rose gold, and on the Elements, we've got Blurple. Of course it can. So you're happy with the rose gold that's going on there? Oh, this gold's two-tonal. Again, I can change him. So it's actually, this one's lighter and brighter gold. If you prefer more of a solid colour, do let me know. Again, I'm just going to bring you up, but we can go back down again. It's just so I can get everything. Oh, that rain is beautiful. Although, is it meant to rain all night? That's fab. Okay, perfect. Let me pop this in here as well then. He is yours. Let's do your trick or treat, my lovely. So in here, your trick or treat, you have got a treat. You've got a 20% off code for the website. So if you would like to order, I've gone into an accent. If you would like to order again in the future, you'll have a 20% off code that you can use, and that will get emailed across to the email address that's on the order form. I hope you're happy with that, my lovely. Thank you for the donations with your shells as well. And that's safe up there for you. Ding. Perfect. And that means up next today is Leah Boyle. Leah, are you here? It really did. I don't know what I went into. It just went loik. I don't know. And I'm really terrible at accents, so I'm not taking the mick out of anyone. It's just I can't do them. I try and it fails. Oh, excuse me. And Leah, you are here. Hello. You have got a Mims spin, so if we go across, stops at 3 AM. Perfect, Sarah. Just wanted to know if it was going to be on for the school run tomorrow. Right, Leah, with your Mims spins, which character would you like? Can you have the skeleton? Of course you can. So skeleton is here. And in here, thank you, Sarah. You have got a pendant. There's definitely a lot of pendant picks today. Now this pendant, oh, you all know how I love a moving piece pendant. So this one is a moving piece pendant. Now again, you can have the pearl on or off. It's going to be up to you. It does come with one oyster opening. And to start with, now again, this is a mirror image. So the wording is going to be slightly backwards. In the center here, it says love, okay? And then you've got hearts which are bordering this on the outside. However, these bordered hearts can move. So that love, as you can see there, does have its own border etched in. Now this heart can flip round and go to the back of the pendant, which means you could just have the love on its own like that. And then also you can wear it so the hearts are bordering and then you have nothing on the back there but the heart design. Or of course you can just have it so it's the plain design. That's the 925 silver stamp down there. So if I put the hearts back on the front, it's only looks like it's a little bit tight because the chain's smaller. Obviously if your chain's looser it works. Oh, I didn't flip it over. So if I just flip it over. Now obviously if you have your pearl on here as well, what have I done here? Oh, I've twisted the chain. If you have your pearl on here as well, the pearl can then flip over and move with it as well. So it's all moving parts. And then of course you can sort of fiddle around and it moves around as well. Now I hope you're happy with that one. But we do have to do Mims Pot of Mischief. Now it's getting quite low. I mean, when I say it's getting quite low, we've still got a massive, where's the camera? There. Massive handful of things. It's just not as full as it was. So let's go and in here. I mean, she's being extremely kind. Have a bonus purple pearl. Da-da, which means you get to keep that pendant, Leah. So I hope you're happy with that one. And you get this bonus purple pearl. So this purple you can have on the jewellery if you want to, or you can have it loose. You still get your oyster opening. You just can't swap this purple. That one is on the website, yes, and it should be under the love pendant section on the website. So we've gone for a darker grape purple here, Leah. I hope you're happy with that one. And then of course you get to keep that pendant there. Let me just show you. These are all the cards we've used. So these are all the ones that are not in there. So they will get added back in, but also we swap and change them around. So different ones get added for different, like on different days. So then it's all different all the time. Now that means you get one oyster opening with your pendant. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells, my lovely? And would there be a certain colour that you're going to be hoping for your pendant? So mystery oyster. We've got a softer pop there. Keep the shells and hoping for maybe a red. Okay, now I'm just going to leave you in suspense while I grab some of this to pop your shell on in a second. Okay, so in here, there's your mother of pearl. I'll clean that up in a moment. Now I can see a blurple pearl there. Now a blurple, again, that is a mix between a blue and purple. There's no more in that one. So if I clean the shells up for you, then I will have a closer look at that blurple pearl in just a moment. And if you're not happy with that pearl, or if you think if you're hoping more for a red, like you say, we can of course swap this one for you as well. And then we'll just need to know if you'd like pearls on or off the jewellery. There's so many decisions for you guys. I feel like I'm asking you like too many questions, but I kind of also think if I just sort of shout it out, everything I need to know from you, it gives you a chance to sort of reply. But then no, if I am going too fast, please let me know, because I know I do ask about 5 questions all at the same time. So this is a blurple. So like I said, in different lights and with different people, we're going to see blues and purples. It's sort of on the cusp, on the colour spectrum, right in between the two. What do you think? Swap for a deep red, of course you can. So we have to keep this one because this is your pearl from Mim. And then you'd like to swap that one for a deep red. And then red on the pendant, love that. Oh, this grape purple and red next to each other. Isn't that a good combination? Now this is the red on this side. Are you happy with that red there to go on the jewellery? I'll measure the pearls that you're keeping here. So your red is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5. And the purple is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7. He's a 7.5 as well. I'm going to measure the blurple because he was quite large. He's not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, not an 8. He's an 8.5. He was almost a 9 then. Right, so you're happy with that one. So let me just get all this down for you. So we're going to have the red on that pendant, which is, it's a stunning pendant of it. Let me try that again. It's a stunning pendant, honestly, and it's also quite a weighty pendant, not as in like it's too much, like it's too heavy for your neck or anything like that. What I mean is some pendants you don't know you're wearing, which is a really good trait to have, but that one you can sort of feel it sitting there, which I quite like in an item of jewellery as well. Sometimes I like to know that it's there. Does that make sense? It's kind of comforting. That might just be me, but yeah, because it's got a little bit of weight to it, you can sort of just, yeah, feel that it's there. Right, so if I write down that you're going to have red on that, if I do your trick or treat as well, in here, you have got a trick. That does mean that there's nothing on the back there, but Leah, I hope you're happy with that. I've wrapped up your shells as well, and that's safe up there for you. So I hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives, my lovely. You're very, very welcome. I think I need to start topping up my jewellery box. It's not basically, if I show you, it's the different compartments for different items of jewellery, is what I used to keep grabbing down to top up Mims spins with. So I think I need to top up that basket. Right, up next then today is Tracy Mills. Tracy, are you here? Thank you, Stella Marie. Tracy, hello. You also have 2 Mims spins today. So if we go back across to Mim, which 2 characters would you like, Tracy? What do you think? Which 2 characters would you like? Really, Sarah? Now, question, have you been watching the older ones that are on there? Like the old videos from, I don't know how far back it goes on there. Or have you been watching the more recent ones? Because obviously all of our videos are on Facebook. And I only started uploading to YouTube. Like I said, I can't even remember when, but I know not all of them are on YouTube. There are some older ones, but not as old. So yeah, what dates were you watching? Obviously not specifics. Now, Tracy, I'm just waiting to see which 2 Mims characters you would like. If anybody does see Tracy's comment, please comment on that comment because it will bring it forward. And Tracy, if you comment on your own comment, that also brings it forward for me to see, my lovely. Oh, and you've done just that. Can you have the witch and the bat? There's the bat and the witch. Okay, so the witch and the bat. We'll open up the witch first. So in here, you have got a cage pendant. Okay, so this cage pendant is the maple leaf cage pendant. It comes with one oyster opening and it can hold one pearl. And then of course, if you've got any pearls at home or get any in the future, you'll be able to swap and change them around in this maple leaf. Now, as you can see, hopefully, as you can see, hopefully you can see the shape of the maple leaf there, and your pearl will be sat in the centre. So you'd see the pearl colour, if I put my finger behind it, through the design of the pearl, of the leaf there itself. On the reverse side, it is the plain cage. So you could wear it, if I spin it around and it stays, hang on, let's make it a bit longer. There we go. So you could wear it this way round, so it almost looks like, I like to see elephant ears on this side and then your pearl in the centre, but all the detail is on the front here, like that. So if we go across to Mim and see if we're staying with this cage pendant, good luck from Mim's Pot of Mischief. Put that jewellery back and try again. I almost jinxed it there, I feel. So put that jewellery back and try again. So let's go back again. Which one would you like, Tracy, now? Oh, bless you, Sarah. Thank you. It was very kind of you to say. Thank you. It was very weird for me to move as well. I'm not going to lie, moving to the office. And even now, sometimes with my setup, it's a complete different setup. So even now I'm trying to think of ways I can do things. Can you have the cat? Of course you can. No, Dawn, not at all. Not at all. Right, so this is your cat. So whatever's in here is yours. So you've got a crystal pendant. This style of crystal pendant is on the website and it's the jagged crystal pendant. This one is in the colour smoky silver. So let me just pop this on here. This one comes with one oyster opening and you can have your pearl on or off the jewellery. And this one is quite a nice design. It's very unusual. And it's called, oh, again, you can see lots of reflection. It's called the Jagged Crystal Pendant because as you can see, it's not actually sharp or anything. It's just cut in a different way to give it a different sort of design. So as you can see here, you've got different tones of silver, lights and darks. And even if we turn him over, you've got, again, more mirrored silver effects, but lights and darks. If you have your pearl on here, it would actually sit towards the top here and move around. So I hope you're happy with this one, Tracy, as you get to keep this one. So it comes with one oyster opening, and then your pearl on or off will be up to you. And then moving on to your bat. So this is your second Mims spins. So in here, you have got some earrings. These earrings are similar to what we saw earlier. They are the swing earrings. However, these are the swing hexagon earrings. So again, these ones are 95 silver stud earrings. So you can wear them as studs on their own. Am I going to get this to focus? Yeah, you can wear them as studs on their own, or you can wear them with this section, this swing section, if you like, added in. And on the front of this one would be the hexagon. So if I get this focused, you've got your pearl at the top and then the hexagon at the bottom, which would swing round. So you can see on this finger, oh, how it swings from the back. Or you can wear them with just studs on their own. And then also, if you have any pearl studs in the future or have got any at home already, you can swap and change them around as well. So then you change the colour of the earrings as well. So they can be worn in lots of different ways. So they are your hexagon hexagon swing earrings. But we do need to have another Mims spins here. So if we dive in here, oh yeah, that's one. And you have got here, sorry, I've just grabbed my lip gloss because I've got a cut in my lip. I will send you a stinky oyster to open at home, which means you get to keep those earrings. I'm ever so sorry. I just reopened a cut in my lip somehow, so I just needed to pop that on. I will send you a stinky oyster to open at home. So I don't know if you've been seeing all the stinky oyster videos in the Pals of Brecon group. Loving the videos, by the way, everyone who's shared so far. Thank you. You get to have one, Tracy. Whether you get to keep it for yourself or you pass it on to somebody else is your choice, but that will get sent for you. Let me just write that down. So that means you get to keep the earrings and you get to keep that crystal pendant. So 3 oyster openings altogether. The earrings definitely need to, let me move that strap. The earrings definitely need to have the pearls on the jewellery. And then the pendant is your choice to have the pearls on or off. Oh, Tracy. Well, to be fair, with the stinky oysters, it comes with a little explanation of like a barcode that you can scan on how to open the oysters. And then it comes with some gloves as well. So you could just wrap it back up and sort of pass on to the next, is it unlucky winner person? Oh gosh, now we're going to open this one first because this one is also a clapper. So it just means he's opened up slightly, so I don't need to pop him. Oh, I can already see actually. Can you see a pearl down there? Oh, okay. So a pearl is on this side. There's your mother of pearl. What have we said with the shells? Would you like to keep or would you like to donate your shells? And is there, donate the shells, hoping for lilacs. Perfect. So you've got 1, 2, 3 pearls right on the top there. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so you have got triples from your oyster here. The colours that you have got are a darker chocolate. Okay, so 2 chocolates, 1 dark, 1 very, very dark, and then a Pepsi blue. So 2 chocolates, one's darker than the other, and then a Pepsi blue as well. If we can get this to focus. There we go. Beautiful. Moving on to your next oyster. Gorgeous deep pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here we've got a little bit of the flash being a different colour. And your twinning. Twinning with gorgeous watermelon twins. And there's no more in that one, Tracy. Visually straight away I can see that the watermelons may be slightly different sizes. Visually it does look like you've got one slightly larger than the other. I've popped the larger one on this side. Beautiful colour though. And then moving on to your last oyster. You've got a lighter pop there. There's your mother of pearl. And in here, oh, that one's squirted. Oh, we've got a darker pearl there. And there's no more in that one. Okay, so you've got a steel blue. So it's a base silver, but he does have a slight blue overtone to him. So he is a steel blue. So from the top, you've got 2 chocolates, one slightly lighter, one slightly darker, a Pepsi blue, twinning watermelons, which visually do look slightly different sizes, and then a steel blue, which is a base silver with a slight blue overtone. Tracy, I'm going to need to know if you'd like to have a pearl on or off the jewellery with the crystal pendant. And then we definitely need to have the pearls on the earrings. If you're happy with these, if you're happy with these colours, that's perfect. Let me know what you'd like to do. If you're not happy, we can swap them. If I run them through the board, the lighter chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. Darker chocolate is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Pepsi blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5, he's an 8. And then twinning watermelon number 1 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. Twinning watermelon number 2 is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, he's a 7.5. So they are measuring slightly different sizes there. Steel blue is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, he's a 6.5. Steel blue on the pendant, that's perfect. Oh, listen to that rain. And then which colour would you like on the earrings? I'm just writing this down. That is proper coming down in sheets now, like sheets of red. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, does it? It's gorgeous. You can, Tracy, however there will be a wait for that. So if you can just confirm, if you don't mind waiting, then that's not a problem. I can definitely do that for you. If you prefer not to wait, is there a different colour you'd like to go for? The only thing about getting caught in the office with rain like that is that if I really need to get back in the house, unless obviously I need to for the door or for the children or for anything like that, I have to wait for the perfect moment to run across the garden so I don't get too wet. But it's good, I can judge it from the sound to when it's going to be a good time or not. No, Tracy, there's a weight on the lavenders as well. It's that sort of tone that there is the weight on, I'm afraid. Oh, we haven't had that one before. Wait for the lilacs on the earrings. Okay, perfect. Let me just write this down then. Okay, so we're going to have lilac on there, and we're going to swap the blue and the darker chocolate for 2 lilacs for the earrings, and then steel blue on the pendant. Perfect. If we do your trick or treat as, oh no, I've got 2 there. There we go. Trick or treat. And you have got, oh, you've got a trick. There's lots of tricks coming out tonight. I don't put them back in. They've sort of making a nice little pile next to me. So that does mean that there's nothing on the back of that one, Tracy. I do, however, hope that you'll be happy with everything once it arrives. And thank you ever so much for the donations with your shells as well, my lovely. Okay, so that's back on there. Right, that means up next today is Carol Grant. Carol, are you here? Tracy, you're very, very welcome. That passed over quickly that time, didn't it? Carol, hello. Let me mark that you are here. Hello, hello, hello. So you have a Mims spins. Let's go back across to Mim. And you would like to have the Happy Bat. Oh, Happy Bat is this one here. Let's bring you back across. Okay, so you have got a crystal pendant. Now this is a rhombus crystal pendant, and it's a clear crystal as well. Clear crystal, let me start that again. A clear crystal rhombus growing pendant. Oh, it's a long name. So rhombus because of the shape. It's like a kite or a diamond. Clear crystal because the base crystal colour is clear. And then it's the growing pendant because in the centre there, you've got that gorgeous, almost like the cutouts, because it does go in there, and you've then got the growing crystal section. So I'm just holding my gloves behind it so you can see there. Now this one comes with 1 oyster opening, and the pearl goes on or off the jewellery. It's up to you. If you choose to have the pearl on the jewellery, it goes up to the top here. This is actually the slightly smaller of the 2 sizes that we do. These are on the website. So the larger one is just slightly larger. The smaller one's still quite a nice size. Right, so if we go across to Mim and dive in for her pot of mischief. Oh, okay, so I've got a couple. Which one is it going to be? That one there. And you have got here, have a bonus white pearl. That means, Carol, you get to keep that pendant there. I hope you're happy with him. And then you've got a bonus white pearl here. So this white pearl, again, you get to keep him. You can have him on or off the jewellery. That's going to be up to you. There's no pearl colour swaps, but you do also get to have a oyster opening as well. So I hope you're happy with that. You get to keep him as well. And then you've got 1 oyster opening. Would you like to keep, or would you like to donate your shells, my lovely? And is there a certain colour that you're hoping for? So, mystery oyster. Oh, gorgeous. Sort of a double deep pop there. And in here, there's a little bit of flesh on that side, but we can see that there's no pearls there. And if we have a squidge in here, Carol. Oh. Oh, look at him. Oh, you are twinning. And you'd like to donate the shells. Perfect. Oh no, it's a little bit of seagrass. Now, these purples are slightly different to each other, Carol. So if you want to have one of these on the jewellery, you'll have to let me know which one you prefer. If you, of course, don't mind, then that's fine. So this one here is a lilac purple, and he is normally just a normal gorgeous lilac purple. And then his twin is a two-tonal lilac and lavender, so it goes quite light, goes into the lavender quite dark, and then back into the lilac quite light. So you've got a white, a lighter lilac, and then a two-tonal lilac and lavender. What do you think to these, Carol? If you're happy with these, perfect. I'll just need to know if you'd like a pearl on or off, and if on, which one you'd like. If you're not happy, we can swap the purples. You have to keep the white. It's completely up to you. So if I run these through the board, the white one is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. The lighter lilac is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7. And the two-tonal lilac and lavender is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, he's a 7 as well. Yeah, which two-tonal ones would you like? And would you like to see them now, or would you like it to be a surprise? Like, which shades of two-tonal would you like to see? Or swap them for, I should say. Pearls and Rain. She actually goes to sleep to that noise. Ooh, okay. So I'm not going to do that now. No, I won't do it now. I'll wait until tomorrow when I start processing them. So let me write this down for you. So you'd like to swap both lilacs for two unusual two-tone pearls, and then you'd like to be invoiced for those on hoop fittings, and then you've got the white on the pendant. Perfect. The invoice for the hoop fittings, that will also get sent across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. Of course, there's not going to be a wait because I've got lots of two-tonal pearls. I'll go through tomorrow and pick which two. I'm gonna pick two completely different ones as well, if that's okay, Carol. Your trick or treat card, you have got a treat. You've got a 10% off code for the website. So if you would like to order in the future, you'll have a 10% off code you can use, and that will also get emailed across for you tomorrow. No, thank you, Carol, my lovely. I thank you for the donations of your shells, and I hope you'll be happy with everything once it arrives and that's safe up there for you. Oh, and Camping Dawn. It's not the same as tent. In a tent with the rain coming down is like probably the best rain sound ever. But yeah, we used to, that's what it reminds me of, in the tent, camping. Oh, right. Up next today is Penny Ward. Penny, are you here? Carol, you're very, very welcome. Penny Ward, are you here? I've got such an itchy, I've got itchy right, like, not my nose, but like just next to it. Not getting in a tent. No, don't blame you. Penny, hello, my lovely. You have got a Mims spins. Let's go across to Mim. Which character would you like, my lovely? Ta-da! What do you think? Which Mim character would you like? Can you have the ghost? Of course you can. Here he is, Mr. Ghost. So if we bring you back across and in here. Ooh, okay, pendant. Sorry, I need to speak in full sentences. You have a pendant. Now this pendant is new on the website, or newer on the website. I think 2 weeks ago it went on the website. And it's the Old Soul pendant. So look at him. He is a elephant. Now this one has got some oxidized silver with him, which gives him that lighter and dark colouring. So you can see the detail and the etching in there. That is the oxidized silver. So the Old Soul. So Mr. Elephant as your pendant. I'm just trying to change the angles just so you can see the detail with all the lights and the shadows that are going on at the moment. Now with this one, it does come with one oyster opening, and again you can have the pearl on or off the jewellery, and the pearl sits at the top and would be able to move around there. But before we get comfortable with that one, if we go back across to Mim and dive in her pot of mischief. Oh, I've got a couple again. Which one? That one. So in here, swap all of your pearls for different colours to what comes out of the oyster. Okay, so that means you get to keep this pendant, but whatever pearl or pearls come out of your oyster, you have to swap them for different colours. So if you get an apple green, you have to swap it for a different colour, not allowed an apple green. If it's two-tone or whatever, you still have to swap it for a different colour. Okay, so you get to pick those colours, but it means that even if you are in love with the pearl that comes out, you cannot keep it. Okay, so this card will either be a good card or a bad card, but we won't know until we open the oyster. Now, with that, it comes with one oyster opening. Would you like to keep or would you like to donate those shells, my lovely? Mystery oyster here. And is there a colour that you're hoping not to come out? Because obviously if a colour comes out that you want, we still have to swap it out, and you're not allowed to ask for that colour in the swap. Mystery oyster penny. Double pop there. Oh, okay. Keep your shells and you're happy with anything. Okay, now I'll clean the shells up as we go. So there is your mother of pearl. Now you are twinning with sea green pearls here. They are definitely different sizes. And one, I may say, is more sea blue than sea green. So we're going to have to swap out the sea green and the sea blue here. But we do then get to swap in 2 pearl colours of your choice. They can be the same colour, they can be different colours. It's completely up to you, Penny. And then I'll need to know if you'd like a pearl on or off the jewellery. And if so, which of the pearls you would like. So we've got a larger and a smaller sea green. Oh, sorry, the larger one is the sea green, the smaller one is the sea bluey colour. But we do have to swap these out, I'm afraid. So which two would we like to swap in? If I run them through the board, the visually smaller of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5. He is a 7. And the visually larger of the two is not a 5, not a 5.5, not a 6, not a 6.5, not a 7, not a 7.5. He is an 8. Just going to wrap these shells up for you, my lovely. Yes, of course you can. So let's take those away and we're going to swap in some blues. Okay, so that's 5 different, oh, hello Mim, 5 different blue colours here, and I'll need to know which 2 you would like to keep. So you've got 1 which is a sky blue, 2 lighter icy blue, 3 brighter icy blue, 4 Pepsi blue, 5 TARDIS blue. So which 2 would you like to keep, if any of these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1's the lightest, 5 is the darkest. Three and 5, and put the dark blue on the jewellery. So 3 and 5 are yours, and then you'd like the darkest one on there. Okay, let me just bring you back up so I can get that sorted for you. Perfect. I've wrapped up your shells already. I'm just going to write this down though. So we're going to have dark blue on there. Okay, if we do your trick or treat as well. So with your trick or treat, you have got a treat. You've got a 10% off code for the website. So if you would like to order again in the future, you'll have a 10% off code that you can use, my lovely. And that will get emailed across for you tomorrow to the email address that's on the order form. I hope you'll be happy with everything there, and I've wrapped up your shells as well for you, and that's safe up there for you. Oh, you're very, very welcome, my lovely. I hope you're happy with everything once it arrives. Now, that has actually brought us to the end of our order list for today. Thank you all for watching as always. I really, really appreciate it. We're going to be back again later on in the week. I don't know if we're going to be live on Tuesday. I'll let everybody know tomorrow. If not, the next live would be Friday, unless I can squeeze one in on Wednesday. Basically, I've got something coming up, so I've got a meeting. So I'll work out tomorrow with the times, and then if I can be live, obviously I'm going to be. If not, it'll be Wednesday or Friday. But I hope you have a brilliant week and start to your week with it being Monday tomorrow. And yeah, take care, everybody. Bye.